So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mars in the 8th house in the sign of Libra for Pisces ascendant people, as in what happens when Mars goes into the 8th house for Libra ascendant people. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here, astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, the link to my academy, Kapiel Astrology Academy, where especially I'm going to be uploading the Pisces blank chart predictions probably by tonight or tomorrow. And of course, my Dasamsha. There's literally like a mini course on Karis Vlogs now. I'll actually be doing a couple of more charts today, showing you how to see the exact pinpointingness of a person's profession in Dasamsha. So Mars is in the 8th house for Pisces ascendant people. So one thing we do see that such a person sometimes has a weak constitution, like a weak body. Okay. And this is simply because of the fact Mars is Dhiyakarka. Mars is the significator of the body. It's in the 8th house. So body has to deal with tremendous amount of flow of ups and downs. And because it's in Libra, too much Vata. This is an air sign. So the heat of Mars is meeting air. So when heat and air are going to mix, okay, it'll create certain imbalances. Especially like, for example, such a person may deal with, let's say, issues connected with a lot of windiness, like cough. Even though it's not cough, but still Mars affects that particular area because of 8th aspect of Mars being on the 3rd house from the sign of Libra. Okay. Mars obviously in the 8th house will also sometimes bring issues, connected with like bladder. Bladder issues can also take place, especially in young age. Once Mars matures, it becomes much more settled, this particular energy. The other thing you will see, the biggest ups and downs, the biggest balancing factor in your life, like if you were to look at your life from the age of 75 since you were young, the biggest balancing act in the first half would be health. Second half would be dealing with in-laws. Because little bit of something that you say, because again, it's in Vata, it's in an air sign. And because of your communication, because Mars not only is in the 8th house, but looks at the 2nd house and the 3rd house. Because of what you will say unconsciously, the relationship will always become like a seesaw, dealing with the in-laws. And also you will see if somebody within the in-laws family would have ran away from home, either eloped or ran away from home. And the other thing we also see that such a person will be very protective of their friends and social circles. Like they say, like keep your friends close and enemies closer. They're like, keep your enemies close, friends even closer. So literally such a person will do whatever they can to help out their social circles and network circles. And this actually becomes one of those particular type of placement of Mars where you can suddenly gain through those particular social circles. Because they see the fact how much you do for them or protect them, they'll be like, we got to give something back to this person. On the other hand, you will also see father usually will have a very atheistic view in life. Either father will get a little bit confused in his life. Like sometimes he believes in religion, sometimes he doesn't. Or he believes in religion but hates saints and sadhus. There's always this imbalance of when father is kind of dealing with their divinity. The other thing we also see, until the age of till you're 28, younger brother's life always is up and down, up and down. Okay. And one of the other things, this is a placement where you will aggressively spend money on something connected with in-laws or spouse's family. Okay. But here's the thing with this particular Mars. One would feel cheated by in-laws related to their wealth and money. Either it would be in-laws, or in-laws simply can also mean anybody within the spouse's family. Like especially this position of Mars shows me this. If you don't want to feel cheated, whenever somebody needs money in spouse's family and spouse is asking you to help them, give it as a donation. Don't give it as something that you will expect it back, because you may not get it back. And usually you will see when Mars is in the 8th, somehow there will be some issue in the southeast or east or southeast direction of the home. There will be some imbalance there, which shows that when you give somebody money, don't expect it back. And naturally also this person usually also cries about the family also cheated them out of the money, like their own family. And so if you have this placement, don't ever expect things from the family that, oh, my mother just won a lottery, I wonder how much she's going to give me. Don't expect it. Just think about like she never won any lottery or didn't get it, or any inheritance that is coming to the mother or anything. Let it be. Now, of course, this can be balanced if Jupiter is looking. If let's say Jupiter looks at your Mars from a 311 relationship or a trine relationship, then whatever I'm saying actually nullifies, decreases. This is why when I see comments and I see people, oh, this didn't happen, that, then I ask them, is this planet retrograde in your chart? Yes. Is Jupiter looking at this planet? Yes. So of course it's going to change those things. So these are very base level things that I'm saying, but Jupiter's aspect will most definitely save this individual, including even whatever the health issues that I said. It won't be as dramatic or as bad. So Jupiter becomes a blessing for this Mars. Now, on the other thing, this is a female chart, husband will not compromise when it comes to dealing with joint assets or sharing joint assets. They like to have a command over their money. They get agitated when they have to like share what they're earning or making. Because this is one of those signs where not only Sun falls, but also Mars itself falls in a way. And so what happens is the husband will feel like they're being forced to compromise in trying to somehow help you or play that part of a couple. Because they want to make sure that, okay, I'm investing the way I want to invest. I'm spending where I need to spend. So these are some of the peccadillos that you will kind of deal with. And the other thing you will also see, usually such a Mars in the 8th house will, especially in a woman's chart, can give birth to children at 28th year. Okay, 28th year and 32nd year become quite significant of having children. And especially because of this Mars, we see usually Mars in the 8th house can take a person to foreign lands. Most of the time you will see 70% to 80% people will be going to foreign lands, especially let's say you have Mars in the 8th house in Libra and you're born on the 7th and you're born on, let's say, the 16th or 25th. Most of the time you are to go to foreign lands and your life flourishes in foreign lands. Because you got to understand one thing, when you go to a foreign place, the dynamics of the chart changes. The dynamics of the chart will change. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 8th house for Pisces ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss the top of videos. If you want to know anything about your Mars, your consultations, anything, go to the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.